Yes, welcome back to the channel. John here, mate. I'm excited for this one. I mean, I'm more than excited because realistically, Deftones, if they're not my favourite band of all time, they're right up there. And this is the first time I've been able to do an album reaction to one of their records in the whole time I've been doing this. Their reviews have been stellar. I've seen, obviously, they put the album out there to critics already. The two singles have been really strong. So I think I'm just going to sit back, enjoy this, and let it move through me. If you want to watch it uncut, by the way, the best experience, there's no ads popping up in the middle of it. Link down in the description to the Patreon. That is where all the album reactions go uncut, early, everything like that. But for now, Deftones, private music. Let's go. Now we've heard this, obviously. Like all of their best music, this song just gets better the more and more you listen to it, right? I mean, it really does. It's probably like the fifth time I listened to it now. I didn't want to overdo the singles. I've only listened to Milk of the Madonna once as well. I wanted to restrain myself, but I did listen to it. It feels like the band is having a bit of a resurgence now, but that may just be a perception thing. I don't know if some of their songs have like become connected with TikTok or something, because that can happen. But how crazy is it that a band that is like effectively 30 years in the game at this point, 30 years, like operating at the highest level for 30 years, and is still, like, I don't know what the rest of this album is going to sound like, right? But if it sounds like the two singles, we're in business. Based on the reviews, it's looking good. 30, like, what other band really is operated for this long and remained this relevant without compromising them? I can't even think of a band, honestly. I mean, you could argue Metallica, but that's kind of it. I mean, they've had their fucking ups and downs. Now, some Deftones records are better than others, but it's a rare thing. And I think part of it comes from the fact that they never really chased trends. I mean, like, they kind of established a trend. They established a sound. There's obviously influences of different things over the years, but they did their own thing and they continue to do their own thing. And other bands try and, like, copy them, and some to varying degrees of success. But there's only one Deftones. And still. Ride on the hi-hat there? I didn't notice that before. Dude, this is exciting. I've never done this before. Okay. Oh man. That low guitar that's driving this whole song just sounds absolutely fucking massive. Yes. Okay, massive 2 for 2 so far. I don't even know how to describe what Deftones music actually does. It's just all feeling. That's all it is all feeling. Even trying to get analytical or intellectual about it feels pointless, because it's like, it's not music for the head, it's music for the heart. And it always has been. Ekdisis? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Okay. Alright, different sound to this. Hold on, I'm going to look at what that word means. The process of shedding the old skin or casting off the outer cuticle in insects and other arthropods. I've probably heard that in my life, but I'd forgotten it. Okay, that makes sense. And of course, the snake on the cover will do this. Drumming's amazing. This might be the one, you know. Yeah, fucking amazing song. Dude, sort of just feel and texture with Deftones always has been, and the fact that all of these years later, still, I remember listening to White Pony for the first time, and I think it came out on the day, I think maybe the day I did my last exam and the last day of school, basically. I think it came out the exact same day. When I was 17, year 2000. I've spoken about this once before, I think, but I took a walk. I used to live on an island, a really small island, that's where I grew up. And I decided to walk from my house to like the other side of the island where some of the people from the school were going for like a drink afterwards. And these weren't even people I was particularly friends with, because I had a tough time at school. But I decided I wanted to go anyway, so I decided to walk. And I decided to listen to White Pony at the time. Now, all I had was an old Sony Discman, but it was the really old ones that used to skip if it moved slightly. I mean, how was that even a thing? So I had to hold it while walking an hour from one side of the island to the other, like a waiter holding a plate like this, so it didn't skip. Still did skip, but so it didn't skip much. And then listening to songs like Face of Terror, listening to songs like Digital Bath, and not really understanding what I was listening to at the time. I'd had the previous albums at this point. Yeah, not really understanding what I was listening to, and yet at the same time being enraptured by it. And only over the years of re-listening and re-listening and re-listening have those songs got even further into like the webbing of my fascia and my DNA, you know. And still, I don't think I've ever really been able to intellectually explain what it is about the band that's so good. It's just feel. Okay, next song, Infinite Source. 30 years in the game. 30! God, this song is incredible. Fucking hell, that might end up being... It's just relentless, this album. There's no breaks between the songs. That might end up going down as like one of their best songs, just based on that first listen. And that is unbelievable. That riff, like it's raining. The name of the song, Infinite Source, you know? The idea of, the infinite source, the God state, the soul, whatever you want to call it, you know, energetically, couldn't have been described better sonically than they've just done it. I mean, 30 years? And this is the level they're operating. This is what mastery should look like. So few bands actually manage to do this. They just end up trying to recapture their youth. And I don't even know, but I think because they never really did that in the first place. They never made music from the perspective of super young guys. I mean, they did because what other choice did they have? They were super young guys, but they never sounded like that. It's always sounded mature. It's always sounded intelligent. It's always sounded just, I was going to say cerebral, but it's not cerebral. It's like visceral. And that was pinnacle shit. The next song, 6 minutes? Okay, let's lock in. No, I don't even like that phrase. Let's drop in. Let's fall in. Oh, okay. I feel like we're coming with a drop back in and a high note from Chino, like a long sustain. Not the end. Okay. Where are we going? Okay, nearly a near 2 minute synth outro. It was just warmth flooding through my body. comes with the texture. Just give me more. Just I'm here. I'm here. I think about you all the time. Okay. Gone. I was gone, dude. Oh. This is like, it's suddenly gone a little bit MCR super slowed at the end of this song. Just here. Just fucking gorgeous. This is so good. I pretty much enjoyed all their records, right? My favourite is White Pony for various reasons, mainly because it's just like, I prefer, they're my favourite collection of songs. Deftones after that was like a good sort of reimagining of that, a retread, and it didn't perhaps quite connect. And I remember when Diamond Eyes came out and I don't think I'm hugely connected with that one, whatever. Koi no Yokan, I enjoyed a lot. Gora I enjoyed a lot. I really loved Ohms. Really loved Ohms in 2020, which I could have done as a reaction actually, but I didn't. Regret that, but there's nothing I can do about it now. I can't believe Koi no Yokan's 13 years old. That's fucking blowing my mind. It feels like that came out about 4 years ago. Anyway, this, I mean, who knows? This isn't even a full first listen yet, but it feels like right up there for me. Right up there. In terms of an immediate connection. Right up there with my favourites. Now, will it have a song on it that's as immediate as a Be Quiet and Drive or as immediate as a Change? I'm not sure. Or even there's one on Ohms. The one with the video, the girl going up the different levels. What's that one called? Ceremony. Yeah, that was a super immediate track as well. Here's what's curious. I've just gone on Ohms. And a couple of the songs have loads of streams. There's a 30 million on Genesis. There's a 44 million on the title track Ohms. But most of them are like in sort of 14s, 15s, 18s region already. My Mind is a Mountain is at 16.5. So I do feel like they're having some strange resurgence right now that I can't even really compute. A 30-year in band in this, like, it's not super immediate music, is it? Milk and Madonna, I have heard this. I listened to it once. I can't remember anything about it. I remember thinking, oh, that's good. That's it. Let's go. And I did wonder at this point, is every song going to be M's? Because My Mind is a Mountain, Milk of the Madonna? But it's not. Well, this has got Be Quiet and Drive, that's right. Vibes to it, a little bit of pace to it. That's right. Oh, I nearly spat out my fucking drink. Come on. Dude, that drop back into it, it says Holy Ghost is just... We need to listen to it again. This is a 15 out of 10 drop back in. Absolutely amazing track in a collection of amazing tracks. That, I mean, Souvenir is pretty amazing, Infinite Source is pretty amazing, but that is like, in terms of that immediate one that I was talking about, that is, I mean, fucking hell. Okay, 3 tracks to go. Alright, okay. Deftones do this thing. They do it so well. They play with your expectations, but not too much, because sometimes you know where it's coming, where they pull everything away, and you know they're going to drop back in. You know Chino's going to hit the high note, and it's going to sound amazing. But sometimes, just the small little shift in when the drum comes in the bar, and listen, I'm not a musical theorist, so don't expect me to exactly explain what's going on. Somebody who understands structure of music better could explain it better, but they will do things where you expect it's going to come, and then they play with your expectations, but then they bring it back anyway. So it's not like constantly clanging and all over the place where you can never catch the rhythm, ever. But it just pushes you and then pulls you back in, just to keep you on your toes a little bit. And it's so fucking, it just like puts a fucking spark through your system. Now, this type of song is a little more clanging and probably harder to listen to than anything else so far on this album. And, you know, they do have plenty of songs that do this over the years, and I think some albums have leaned more into this energy than others. I would say Gauze maybe leaned a bit more into this energy than others. Maybe Saturday Night Wrist leaned a bit more into this energy than others. Listen, you guys who, I mean, fucking my memory. I listen to a lot of music from a lot of different groups, right? So I can't remember exactly. Sparingly, I love it. When it overwhelms an album, I like it less. I think that's where I'm getting to with my explanation. But again, trying to intellectualize or be cerebral about Deftones is like, not only is it hard, it almost feels wrong, because like I said, this is just, I mean, all music is the music of pure feel, but like, you know, I do a lot of rap music, obviously, and there's a lot of intellectual stuff in there because of the lyrics, so we can talk about like what is actually being said. I have no idea what the Chino's saying on any of these songs on a first listen to a Deftones album. That can come in time. I don't want to open up lyrics and get into that. Like, we can do that on 7th listen, no problem. So then I guess you can start to intellectualize it. But then if you go back and listen to White Pony and actually open the lyrics, like, I don't know. That bit there. That sounds like a fucking Prodigy. That is, isn't it? There. Right, no, you can't headbang to this bit. We're just going to fucking do that for you for a second, and then you can come and headbang again. Or headbang. How old is this man? "52. Just random shit. So I just typed in Gino Moreno just to see how old he was, because I was curious, right? And you've got his age, fine. The first picture on Google Images, have I got this? Am I screen capturing this side? Yes, I am. So Joe can show this. It's a fucking picture of celebrity cutouts where you can get a mask of his face. And then the headline, Deftones singer Gino Moreno. I've got hundreds of drawings of myself in my house. All right. Keep going. Alright. Okay, it's getting a bit weird on this one. Every song on this album is fucking amazing. Oh, Departing the Body. I'm long gone, mate. Long gone. I've been gone since Infinite Source. What a birthday present, man. Coming out the same week? This year. This sounds amazing already. This year has just been punctuated. It's not been that consistent this year musically in terms of stuff. Like one after another, like in 2018, where there was just an album every week, bam, 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 bam. Massive artists, massive bands, massive albums. Here it's been really sparing drops. The last few weeks for hip-hop, it's been crazy, but again, it looks like it's just about to kind of dissipate again. But it's just been these drops throughout the year of these amazing fucking records. This is definitely in that list as well. And everything else around it's been a little quiet, but like when it's hit this year, amazing. Okay, final song, Departing the Body. Like I said, I'm long gone.
There's a room we hang in space. It's clear, cold, 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 cold. A total life is all that remains. I've spent these days apart. Racing through the night today, gonna test me out. Racing through the night, craving what awaits. And it's clean.
Come on. Oh my god, absolutely stunning once again. I mean, there's 30 seconds left of this song, so sorry. What an absolute privilege and an absolute pleasure to be able to do that. Man, what a first listen. That was so good. I'm already looking forward to that second listen. I'm just going to I feel like the second listen I need to just lie on the floor in the dark and just listen to the whole thing back to front. Not back to front, front to back. Amazing. I'm so happy that it wasn't shit. It was never going to be, but the first opportunity, the first time I'm doing a Deftones album on video as a reaction. And if it had been terrible, if it had been their worst record or something, that would have been a disaster, but it's definitely not that. Wow, 30 years in the game and this is what we get? Fucking hell. It's so rare, it's almost impossible. Anyway, if you're watching on Patreon, thank you so much for the support. If you weren't and you want to watch this in uncut form or any of the album reactions that I do on this channel, uncut and dropped early, there is a link down in the description to the Patreon, so come and join us there. And all I'll ask, if you're watching on YouTube, is just one simple thing. Just drop a like on the video. And of course, if you're new around here and you haven't yet subscribed, we'd love it if you subscribed, join the team, but that's totally up to you. Okay, catch you on the next one. Peace.